Hello Commanders and welcome to this video for Infinite Lagrange. Today is one of my favorite days in the game. It is the day when the new season starts. As you could just see up here, it probably will come back in a few seconds. We will be able to go to our new server in 24 seconds and start with the new season on Cruise. So we already selected the server we're going to. We did select the data rescue agreement, which is great because I will be able to show you all the additional content about it, and we will then go, or I will then start trying to push as hard as possible to start it. When we select it, you could see here that we have to wait now 2 hours to start. So during these 2 hours you can already think about how will you start the game, what will be the best thing. And we did talk about frontline ships a lot, so let's go quickly to my Excel sheet again and let's have a look how I will start. So very early in game we can only build frigates, and always have to look what you have. The Carillion Special Frigate is for sure the best frigate you can have in game, and I'm very lucky I do have it. I do also have the Xeno Stinger, which is also an amazing one, no matter which Xeno Stinger. The great thing about the Xeno Stinger is it is back row. Another very good frigate would be the Ruby, and to be honest, these are the top tier frigates. If you have any of these, you will be having no problems starting the game. If this is your first season, you have no other option to start with the FG300, and to be honest, whatever other frigate you get, you will probably build it and you will be fine. We should be able to get to destroyers very quickly. We already talked about the best destroyers for the front line, so that will be for me the Eldabra. I do also have this. As you can see, I did mark 3 more destroyers here. Why did I mark them? The Guardian dual purpose will allow me to bring in corvettes. This will now really depend on what corvettes you have. And the Ceres aircraft will allow you to bring in fighters. Also there, these are only good if you do have the right fighters or corvettes to man them. Without really good fighters or corvettes, I would not recommend you to bring them. Surely the Guardian support is good. The Ceres support is still the best healer, followed by the Guardian support, which also does more damage than the Ceres. Tundra support as well as Tundra aircraft can be also useful. All the Taurus are really nice. They have high armor, frontline, but as mentioned before, the Eldabra would do a better job there. The Kuar as well as the Winged Hussar are nice damage dealing ships. It will depend a little bit how you set it up. For me, I will go as said with the Xeno Stinger as damage dealers. I will use the Eldabra in the front, Ceres support for repair, and then as I just got, so let's go to corvettes and fighters. I got lucky, you remember, I got the CVT 800, which is just amazing. So I will use this one. It's a corvette. I will use it with the Guardian together. I could use the Vitas. I marked them already here, as well as the Spore. They are both very good fighters, but probably I will just run the CVT 800 early in game and run them in the Guardian, the Ceres as repair ships, the Xeno Stinger in the back row. As said, I don't have any rubies yet, and that it will be. If you do have the Cellular Defender and the Pulse Cannon Nebula Chaser, these would also be corvettes that really will make sense to take into the fight. For everything else, I would probably not take them in early in game. They are better in mid or late game. So here we are, 2 hours later, the server is here and finally we can dive into the new season. As you can see, we do have the new agreement received, but before we start with any of this, we want to push as hard and fast as possible, so I will directly go into the production. And as always, if you already did any of the seasons, you are aware of this. We start with all the buildings that we need to get to the next level. So for everyone who is as curious as I am, here is the result. I did send my fleet there. It did collect 1200 metal. Unfortunately, directly after a high level fleet came in and just annihilated it. So if you want to do this as level 6 fleet, you will need to be able to kill enemy cruisers already. We do have an XT-20, a Star Sweeper. The XT-20, as far as I remember, can repair ships. We do have a bunch of destroyers here and a lot of frigate and even some corvettes. So if you want to go there, make sure that you are strong enough to defeat them, else you will have a bad encounter there. And always don't forget to turn off auto return if you start fighting some pirates to save your action points. We are around 2 hours into the season start and things start now to slow a little bit down. Let's take a look, how far did we get. We did build in the second phase, in our second construction queue here, already the generic port. We are now building the liaison center because we do need that to proceed in the main quest, which will give us most of our resources early on. I did build Carillions because Carillions do only need a 5 command points to build, and I had to build a total of 8 ships. And if I would have built Xeno Stinger, I would still be stuck in the main mission and could not continue it. As soon as I can, I will start building the Xenos because they will do a lot of damage. And while the Carillions are nice to evade, having some damage ships will help a lot. As you can see here, I did already kill level 3 pirates. It is not very difficult with this setup. Yes, the fleet's getting a little bit damaged, but they will win, and that's fine. Now I even have 1 additional frigate. Now let's take a look into the ships I am going to build next. I did already put a few of my tech points into the CVT 800. Amazing ship. As you can see, the firepower is really high. Air defense even higher, so I do really like it. It's a corvette that will make my life a little bit easier because I will put it into the Guardian dual purpose. The Guardian dual purpose can take 2 corvettes, and that's where I use it. It still got some nice firepower also. Then they will get supported by Ceres support type. What we will have there is, we will have the Ceres support type in the back row. We will have the Guardian dual purpose also in the back row. And the Xeno Stinger is also in the back row. In the front row we will have the Carillion, and as soon as we get enough points, we will add some Eldabras there as additional tanks. This fleet will be really powerful. It will be able to kill probably at least level 6 pirates. I hope more. This will be the next video I will share with you, using only small ships, meaning frigates and destroyers, and I will show you how high we can go in the pirate levels that we can kill with them. It's not required to have exactly these ships. You can replace the Xeons for like using rubies or something, but important will be that you have a solid front row that will tank while your damage ships will deal the damage, because else your DPS ships will get eaten up by the enemy fleet, and that is something we want to avoid. So you can see the fight here is still ongoing. The Carillions don't take much damage, but they also do not do a lot of damage. That's the reason why it takes so long. I wish I could have built a few Xeons, but as said, then I would get stuck in the quest line here. Always continue doing your research. You do get the tech files here that you can use to upgrade your weapon systems. That is something you also want to do as fast as possible. You might get some additional tech points for ships that you use, and you do get combat ships that will be also helpful everywhere else. If you want to save some action points, you might want to check your fleet and just send home 1 or 2 ships that got damaged too much, and then from there on continue the fight. So I do have another level 2 pirate here. Attacking that now only costs me 10 instead of 20 action points, so this way I can continue getting XP as well as as a combat ships, because all of them, they drop combat ships, the combat microchips, and it will help me progressing much faster. Soon as you stop doing that, before you run out of action points, remember to put your ships into your mining fleets to increase the resource gathering there. And especially also overnight, support your resource gathering fleets with your fighting fleet, so that you get the highest possible resource gathering and you do not get stuck so early in your building queue because you do run out of resources. So I hope the video is a help for you. I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you do in the first 2-3 hours. Let me know what I did wrong. I know I should not have attacked or tried to get the data thing here, but I just wanted to see what happens. Now we can also see a lot of enemy fleets here, level 6. So I am looking forward to try to take out these level 6 fleets. They will be very valuable experience points as soon as I can get a fleet together that is able to do enough damage and withstand the incoming damage from these. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and then I see you on the next video again.